Hello and welcome all to the Mastering Lower Limb Muscle Injuries online conference for 2020. I'm Nick Kane. I'll be one of your co-hosts for this evening or this morning, wherever you are listening in around the world. Thank you for all those tuning in. We're still having many jump on board at the moment, but we're going to get started. We're in for a big 6 to 7 hours of some fantastic information and some amazing presenters that I personally am really looking forward to hearing. So I hope you are as well. Quick thanks to our sponsors that you can see along the line there: Archie's Footwear, Eccentric, Avana, I Measure You, and Strength by Numbers. We will touch on them a little bit further as we go through the conference today. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to make this event a free conference, so we thank them very much. You can see down the bottom there, the hashtag Mastering Muscles, and that's what we're going with as our hashtag for those who'd like to tweet and share along Twitter, and we encourage that you are more than welcome to do so. We're also running this event live over Facebook due to reaching capacity on Zoom. So for those tuning in on Facebook, we also hope you enjoy. So for those who've never been to a SportsMap conference and wondering who are we and what we do and where we've come from, basically the company started out of Perth in Australia, where we felt that there wasn't enough great content out there for our PD. We wanted more sports physio PD. We wanted things a bit more practical. We wanted more networking. We wanted greater clinical application to what we're learning, and we were a bit frustrated about what we're getting. So we basically started to do that. We put together courses and conferences that brought some of the world's best speakers and presenters, researchers and clinicians together, and started doing some excellent courses along the time over the last 7 to 8 years. Now we're running face-to-face courses and conferences, online webinars and conferences such as this, obviously. We have the podcast out there called the SportsMap Podcast, 11 episodes talking sports medicine and rehabilitation, some education newsletters and blogs, and some fantastic new masterclass videos, which we're actually launching tonight. So that has taken us to where we are today. You can see there on the right hand side some amazing list of presenters that we've had over the years, and we've had many more. And where we sort of like to think we are different to others is that we bring together, one, as I said, the world's best clinicians, and two, keep it really practical and clinically relevant for you guys tuning in. So we're here for this fantastic conference today, and we've had a few sort of questions a lot around, is it going to be recorded? Some may be recorded and made available. We don't know yet which ones. It's up to the presenters. So please encourage you just to tune in as much as you can, because there's no promises any of it will be made available again. And basically, when it comes to question and answer, yes, we'll be taking some questions and to our presenters. However, with 3,000 attendees on board, it's going to be quite hard to get all those questions forward. Alrighty, so I guess it'll be really fast paced. So I suggest we just buckle in and enjoy the ride of some amazing presenters that we'll talk through in a second. So without further ado, I want to welcome our co-host in Michael Giacomis. Michael is from British Athletics, and he's done a lot of the groundwork in putting together this fantastic lineup. So how you going there, Michael?
Good, Nick. Good, Nick. Welcome, everybody.
Mate, fantastic list lineup there, as I mentioned. What are you most looking forward to hearing, and what do you think? A few little surprises in there for our listeners.
I'd hope I'd be able to say everyone, to be fair. I think this list, if I wasn't even on board, I'd probably tune into everyone. I think some people that will be really interesting to hear, though. I don't know. It's hard to choose. I really think it's really hard to choose. You know, Martino, who's up first, is going to be a great way to start the day. As we provide some, I think, theoretical knowledge, and we've got some amazing world-class practitioners coming in later. So we've got James Moore, Andy Walling, Tim, and Stephen. But I think someone who's I'm really interested in hearing as well is Fionn McPartlin. I think he's definitely going to be someone to tune into. So excited for the day ahead.
I like it. Well, we're about to just jump into it, but I guess. It's one thing to note that one thing we've really been working towards at the SportsMap is running large-scale conferences, especially those European-style conferences here in Australia that will mainly keep it practical and and keep things really moving along nicely. But it's amazing to say that today we have 3,000 people on board for this Zoom webinar, many more off Facebook and many more actually who couldn't get on board to tune in. So for everyone out there in your lounge rooms, offices at work, or even just going for a walk with your smartphone, it's pretty amazing we can have that many people on board. It's a difficult time in the world right now, but we're more than happy to bring together this great content, and hopefully everyone here gets something out of it. So enough from me. I'll hand you over to Michael, who will introduce you to our first speaker.